Welcome back. Today I would like to discuss about cloud computing concept. So first question will arise, what is cloud computing? Cloud computing refers to the delivery of computing resource services over the internet on pay as you go basis. Okay, before going to the cloud computing, let's understand what is computing. Computing generally involves accessing and utilizing a computing resources such as servers, storage, databases, networking, software, right? These are the some resources will do some uh, task. So either you write some algorithm or accessing website, which is deployed somewhere. All these are the tasks. For to do that, there is some server system resources are required, like server storage databases, which is provided generally by your organization somewhere in the server room. So when it is provided by your organization, your own self, that is nothing but on-premise computing. But where same resources is provided by some third-party vendor through internet in a pay-as-you-go basis is nothing but cloud computing. Pay-as-you-go means, so if you are utilizing some mission for 1 hour, you need to pay only for that 1 hour utilization. You don't need to pay, you don't need to buy entire virtual mission or mission for your 1 hour work, right? So if 1 year you wanted to use for that particular mission, you can pay for one year. But understand this, these are accessing through the internet and providing by third party vendor. So as these are providing by third party vendor, there may be a certain rules and characteristics in the cloud computing, right? So those are nothing but on-demand self-service. What is that on-demand self-service means? So user can provision and access computing resources such as virtual machine or storage or any other service on demand without requiring human interaction. So you wanted to have some virtual machine from the cloud. You you should have a capability to uh, get that VM through internet without talking any person, right? So that thing is required. Either you take any vendor, right? They need to provide through internet. Initially, you will subscribe to some cloud provider. After that, you will have a provision to get whatever you wanted. Thus on-demand self-service. What about the broad network access? Cloud services are accessible over the internet using standard protocols like HTTP, HTTPS, and I mean those can be accessed from various devices, right? Such as laptop, tablet, your smartphone, or any other device. So it should be generalized protocol wherever the internet available, these things need to be accessible. That is one more characteristic. It is not restricted to somebody who is sitting in the cloud data center. And other one, resource pooling. There will be as I talk about a few resources like virtual machine storage and all these things, right? These can be shareable with the other multiple users. It is not only for one user, right? Then only the it will be optimizing efficiently for the cost things. So if you have the some virtual machine and you are using only half of the capability, some other user can use for that same virtual machine for the rest of the capability. Or you need only tomorrow, today for one entire virtual machine, and tomorrow you don't need, then the cloud provider can allocate that same mission to the somebody else. So that is what nothing but resource sharing or resource pooling. And the fourth one, the rapid elasticity. So cloud services can scale up or down dynamically to meet fluctuating demands. What is fluctuating demands? For example, you have a website which has a lot of demand during the Black Friday deals or any festival. During that time, you have a millions of user, but after Black Friday you have maybe normal traffic, like maybe daily 100 200 users is going to use. So in the Black Friday time you need, resource on demand. You can allocate a lot of resources, and after that season, you can unallocate all these resources. So cloud provider is having a ability to add these resources um, based on the demand, right? And last but not least, measured service. So usage of cloud service is metered, monitored, and billed based on the actual consumption. So all these things, right? Whatever the resources is are measured uh, based on the certain characters. Either you are using a minutes or hours or days. So all these things are automatically captured, but your cost will be inherently occurring what you have utilized for. It's not for whole day or whole month. You are using for 1 hour, you have to pay for only 1 hour use. If you are traveling to uh, somewhere like Bangalore to Delhi or Bangalore to Mumbai, you will pay only for Bangalore to Mumbai. You are not going to pay for Bangalore to Delhi. Here also same thing. You will pay what you use it for. Those measurements is should be required. So what are the benefits of the cloud? When we are believing some third party vendor, there may be some benefits as well, right? The first and foremost primary thing in the computer world is scalability. User can easily scale their resources up or down based on the demand, ensuring that they have the necessary capacity without over provisioning or experience performance issues during the peak periods. As I said, Black Friday deal. You can scale up, scale down on demand ways. But same time, without cloud, to scale up, scale things has a lot of cost involved, lot of resource need to be consumed, and those resources has to be maintained for the longer time, even though you don't have that transaction after the Black Friday deals. So that's the beauty of the cloud. And the next one is the flexibility. So these resources can be accessed anywhere in the world remotely through, as long as you have the right internet connection. The third one is cost efficiency. Obviously, cost efficiency, you are paying for only what you used, and you don't need to set up infrastructure that is saving initially. So, if you want to do initially, you need to buy the virtual machine, sorry, not virtual machine, and you need to procure that. You need to install operating system. You need to install continuous packages. You need to have the AC cooling. You need to have the come electricity. All these things are cost. When you are using the third party, you are saving all these uh, costing. Upfront infrastructure investments are saved. You don't need to pay from your back. So the next one, reliability and availability. Cloud providers often offer robust infrastructure with redundant systems, backup capabilities, and disaster recovery mechanisms to ensure high availability and reliability of services. So in the cloud, the backups is happening. Backup also separate service. It will happen automatically, and it will create a redundant systems to manage your data. So there is a very minor, less provision, minor chances to lose your data. Even almost all the cloud providers are providing finance of SLA. We'll talk about what finance later, but finance is 99.999 percentage of reliability. You can blindly believe that. And innovation and agility in our today's fast growing marketing environment, you have to deploy a lot of things on demand without waiting a competitor to come and deploy their application in a 2 hours you need to. So the cloud computing is playing first role in that. Cloud computing enables rapid deployment of application and services, allowing organization to experiment, innovate, and bring new products to market more quickly. Agility is the um, primary capability of cloud computing. So when we are talking about the benefits, there may be the negative side of the things also available, right? Dependency into internet connectivity. Yes, no, you need to have definitely the good internet connectivity. Security and privacy concerns. Yes, this is the one of few industries is facing this issue, privacy and security, like banking and defense applications. They have a lot of sensitive information. Due to that, they could not deploy these many parts of the application. Some parts they can do, which is not having security concern. Of course, third one is the limited control and customization. As it is providing for the third party vendor, there may be some customization issue. You cannot do whatever you wanted, but majority things are provided by the cloud providers. But maybe some customization, it is difficult to discuss them over here. And the next one is data transfer and bandwidth costs. If our application is majorly depending on the large data transfers, moving large volume of data to and from the cloud can incur additional costs, especially when dealing with high speed of frequent data transfer. Like, if you are streaming Netflix or Amazon Prime or Hotstar, those are, movies streaming. Data need to be transferred uh, to the customer location from the data center. Of course, there is some alternatives, so how to handle these things, but primarily you can think of this is a kind of drawback. And next one is compliance and regulatory, as I discussed earlier. There may be some customers, right? They don't want to store the information in the third party. They wanted to store only in their safest location, nothing but organization. There may be chances to have these compliance issues like banking or banking, defense, some legality departments, and they are having uh, regulatory challenges. So last not least, so when we are discussing about the cloud computing and who are the major cloud computing systems now providers. First one is the Amazon Web Service. It have a market capitalization as highest percentage. Next, Microsoft Azure and Google Cloud Provider and IBM and few more is there, but these are the market leaders today. Uh, Providing lot of scaling application on demand. Thank you for watching my video. I hope this is insightful and give some clarity of our